children, how are you? Hope you are all healthy and safe at home. Yes, I am Mrs. Shishota, your English teacher. Here we are going to see our first unit, prose. Okay, so before enter into our lesson, I just ask you few questions. Okay, do you all like gifts? Yes, absolutely. Every one of us like to receive and give gifts to our lovable person. So when you are receiving or giving a gift, we will be very happy. We can't say that in word. So our face will be very bright with happiness. Yes. So here also in our prose, a gift was given to a lovable person, and what gift was that, and who gave that, how they reacted for that gift. These are the things we are going to see. And this is the prose written by Michael Maupassant. Okay, Michael Maupassant. Okay. Here and the title is The Best Christmas Gift in the World. The best Christmas gift. Christmas present in the world. The best Christmas present in the world. Yes. Here, our author, I told you, Michael Maupassant. Yeah, he went to a junk shop. Okay, there he saw one roll top desk, which he liked very much. So he bought that, and from that he received one letter. Okay, in that letter only he is going to explain to us. Okay, who wrote that letter, that and all he is going to explain. I already told you it was the period of First World War. Okay, so before enter to read, you just see some specific, some important dates were given there with years. Yes, you just go through it. Yes, let's start reading. Spotted it in a junk shop in Bridport, a roll top desk. So the author is started as spotted it in a junk shop. Spotted means just have a look. Okay, junk shop means the shop where can we buy things for low cost, that is second-hand things. Okay, there he saw one roll top desk. Roll top desk is a kind of desk. The man said it was early 19th century and oak. So the shopkeeper is telling it was early 19th century and it was made up of oak. Okay, so that earliest things were very qualified one. They will be very strong. Okay, so that the person is telling it belongs to early 19th century and it was made up of oak. Oak is a kind of wood used for making furniture. Had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. This one was in a bad condition. The roll top in several pieces. One leg clumsily mended, scotch marks all down one side. So he is telling, see, clumsily mended. Clumsily mended means damaged badly. And scotch marks. Scotch marks means some burn marks. Okay. So here he liked to buy that roll top desk, but that was very expensive. That was too expensive. Even though expensive, he liked that. He likes to buy that. So he paid the money and he bought the desk. I paid the man. Brought it back to my workroom at the back of the garage. I began work on it on Christmas Eve. So it was damaged a lot. No, so he had to repair that. Okay, even though he is telling, anyway I will manage to repair that, but I want that. Okay, so that he paid the money and bought it, and he kept it in his garage. Garage means that a workroom where they used to keep the repaired things and do repair. Okay, yes. And it is damaged now, so he started to repair it on Christmas Eve. I removed the roll top completely and pulled out the drawers. So completely he is removed. Okay, so all that legs, that desk's leg will be there. No, so he removed all the parts and he started to repair it. The veneer had lifted almost everywhere. So the veneer means that layer. Okay, that layer will be there on furniture. No, that layer. So he removed that veneer. It looked like water damage to me. So it looked like a water damage. It is damaged, you know, he is telling it is looked like a water damage. Both fire and water had clearly taken their toll on his desk. So both fire and water damaged the desk. The last drawer was stuck fast. I tried all I could to ease it out gently. In this end, I used brute force. So in that he is removing all the part, no? So in that there was one last drawer, but that was very tight. He gently tried to open that, but it was not open. So he is trying forcefully. Okay. I struck it sharply with the side of my fist, and the drawer flew open to reveal shallow space underneath a secret drawer. So anyway, he struck to open that. Okay, finally he opened that. So in that he watched, he is noticing that there was a secret drawer inside that drawer. There was something in there. I reached in and took out a small black tin box. So in the secret box, he is noticing something was inside. So he just took out a small black tin box. Okay, he is taking out a small black tin box from that secret drawer. Sellotaped to the top of it, it was a piece of lined note paper and written on it in shaky handwriting. So he took that tin box, and in that there was one note paper, there was one note letter. Okay, so in that something was written in a shaky handwriting. Shaky handwriting means not clear. Okay, Jim's lost letter, received January 25th, 1915. Okay, so in that it was written as Jim's last letter. Okay, and the date was mentioned there. The letter was received on Jan 25th, 1950. So this is the date of received. On this day they received the letter. Jim's last letter, and it also written as Jim's last letter. So that means this letter was written by Jim. To be buried with me when the time comes. So in that it is mentioned as this letter should be buried with me when the time comes. That means this letter should be with me till my death. I knew as I did it that it was wrong of me to open the box, but curiosity got the better of my scruples. It usually does. So what happened? So here the author is telling, I think it is not a good manners I don't know whose thing is this. Even though I bought it, that letter belonged to some person, no. So reading others' letter is not a good habit, no. So even though he is thinking, his curiosity not allow him. His curiosity is telling, no problem, you just open the letter and read what is written there. Like that his curiosity is telling him. Scruples, see that word, scruples. Scruples means hesitation. Okay, he hesitated to open even though his curiosity wondered. Inside the box, there was an envelope. The address read, Mrs. Jim Macpherson, 12 Copper Beads, Bridport, Dorset. I took out the letter and unfolded it. It was written in pencil and dated at the top December 26th, 1914. So what happened? So this was the letter written by Jim, and in that it was there was a date with address. Okay, the date was December 26th. December 26th, 1914, and this is the date of the letter when it was posted. Okay, this is the received date and this was the posted date. So finally he has opened the letter. Now he is going to read what is written in the letter. Yes, let's see. Dearest Connie. So he started to read the letter, and it is started as Dearest Connie. So Dearest Connie, see, listen this. So this letter was written by Jim. Okay, so it was mentioned now Jim's last letter. Okay, so from that we can understand that this letter was written by Jim to Connie. Okay, so here Jim is a soldier, British soldier. He is writing a letter to his lovable wife Connie. Okay, Jim, Connie. Jim wrote a letter to Connie. Okay. Yes. I write to you in a much happier frame of mind because something wonderful has just happened that I must tell you about at once. So Jim started as the dearest Connie. Yes, here he is telling, I like to share my happiness. Okay, I like to share my happiness. Some wonderful thing, some happiest thing happened in this day. I like to discuss it with you. I like to share it with you. Let's see what was that happiest thing. We were all standing in our trenches. Underline that word trenches. Yesterday morning, Christmas morning. So he is telling. So it was the Christmas morning, and we were all standing in our trenches. I told you, no, trenches. Trenches means the place where the soldiers protect themselves. That means while attacking the enemies, they just stand in the trenches or lie down on the trenches and they attack. Okay, that is the trenches means just digging in the land. It was crisp and quiet all about, as beautiful a morning as I have ever seen, as cold and frosty as a Christmas morning should be. So here he is describing the day, how that Christmas day was. Okay, so December. So he is telling it is very cold. So that morning was very cold and very beautiful. Okay, I have never seen that like morning. Okay, so that much it was very happiest one to him. I should like to be able to tell you that we began it, but the truth I'm ashamed to say is that Fritz began it. So he is telling, I am eagerly like to tell you we have started it. We means he is the head of that soldier. Okay, so his teammates. We means including his teammates. So he is telling, I should like to be able to tell we began it, but I am ashamed because it was not started by us. Is that Fritz began it. So Fritz. Underline that Fritz. Fritz is the common name for the German soldiers. Okay. So what he is telling, we didn't start that. Only German people started that. First, someone saw a white flag waving from the trenches opposite. So from the opposite side, that is from the German side. Okay, they are waving a white flag. What for they wave the white flag? Yes, there is no fight. Let be friends. Okay, so to show that there was no fight and we don't like to fight with you, or we like to be friendly with you. Okay, to show they are showing the white flag. Then they were calling out to us from across no man's land. So no man's land, underline that. No man's land means there will not be any person. See, if it is the land, here the German people will be, and here the England people will be. Okay, so in this middle place, no one will be there. They never cross this border, and these England people never cross this border. Whatever they do, they just stand in their borders only. But now, these German people entered into this no man land. Okay, and they are telling, Happy Christmas, Tommy. Happy Christmas. So they are telling, Happy Christmas, Tommy. Happy Christmas. So what is Tommy? So Fritz is a common name for German soldier. Okay, and Tommy. Tommy is the common name for, yes, British soldier. Common name for British soldier. Okay, yes. When we had got over the surprise, some of us shouted back, Same to you, Fritz. So by hearing that wishes, automatically they didn't think about our enemies. Why do they wish us? Why should we reply them? They never think about that. Automatically, when they received the wishes, they also just wished them. Happy Christmas, Fritz. Like that, they have wished. Same to you. I thought that would be that. We all did, but then suddenly one of them was up there in his great coat and waving a white flag. Don't shoot, lads! Someone shouted, and no one did. Then there was another Fritz up on the parapet. Parapet, underline that. Parapet means low protection wall. So there will be a wall for the protection. Low, short. Keep your heads down, I told the men. It's a trick, but it wasn't. So what he's telling this Tommy Jim, he's telling, you just hide yourself. They are tricking, they are going to attack us. So like that he was thinking, and he just gave a command to his soldier. But it was not like that. They really came there for the wishes only. They just came there to convey their wishes, not for fight. One of the Germans was waving a bottle above his head. It is Christmas Day. So they are telling. So they are telling. We are going to enjoy our day. We are going to enjoy our Christmas Eve. So like that they are telling. Okay. Yes. So what have we seen in this? Who is the author? Yes. Yes, tell me. Michael Morpurgo. Okay, Michael Morpurgo is the author. I just tell you, let's recap it. Okay, so Michael Morpurgo went to a junk shop. There he spotted one roll top desk. He bought that and he started to repair. It was damaged. It was damaged. So he started to repair it on a Christmas Eve. So that time he was removing all the parts from that desk. So suddenly he got one letter from that, and it was mentioned, it was addressed, okay, and the letter was written posted on the day December 26, 1914, and it was received on Jan 25th, 1950, and it was the letter written by Mr. Jim. Okay, Jim Macpherson. Yes, Jim Macpherson, and he wrote the letter to Connie, his lovable wife. Okay, Jim is a soldier. Okay, and at the first, the author hesitated to open the letter, but his curiosity made him to open. So from that, what was written, he is reading it. Okay, so in this, Jim has shared his happiness. That is the happiness which happened on the Christmas Eve. Okay, between this Fritz and Tommy. That means Fritz is common name for German soldier. Tommy is the common name for British soldier. Okay, so what happened in that day? What happened between this Fritz and Tommy? So these are the things they are going to explain in the next coming parts. Okay, yes, you just go through it and you just mark some new words and find meaning for it. If you have time, you just go through the remaining pages also, and let's discuss it in the next session. Okay, yes, thank you to all. Be safe, take care, bye.